Fans are saying that this new short track package has not helped the passing at Martinsville after this last weekend's race. Kyle Larson gets his very first win at Martinsville, a track that he's not too fond of. And oh yeah, Chase Elliott's back. You probably didn't hear about that. We're going to talk about all that and more on this Tunnel Turn Race Recap show presented by Dogleg Media. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Matt, your host. Thank you so much for tuning back in with us. In this last weekend at Martinsville, we saw some history made on Friday night with the wet weather package for the trucks. We saw one heck of a burnout in the Xfinity Series with John Hunter Nemechek. And then, of course, on Sunday, it was kind of a snooze fest, in my opinion, and a lot of other NASCAR fans agree, according to Jeff Gluck's poll. The main concern, and a couple of drivers even touched on it, is the passing. The passing last year was the issue. We thought that this new short track package would fix that, but apparently it did not help as much. You can hear what Denny Hamlin says here. He went off on this issue.
Long race for you, just weird to lose it at the end there. We had the lead and the caution came out, and we had 9-lap tires, and we pitted there and it put us back towards the end of the lead lap cars, and just can't pass.
Danny, this race looked like a lot like last year.
It was worse. You can't pass. I mean, 30, 40 lap tires, and you can just stay up front. Cars that I was lapping, we start on the front and just can't pass them. Like, that's an aerodynamic problem we got to figure out.
Felt like a battle of track position here. You've already talked about the inability to pass. You think you got the best out of it?
The racing is track position. This is the new NASCAR, where these cars you cannot pass. You just get out front, don't mess up on pit road, don't mess up your strategy, and you win. That's what the 5 car has done in his wins. It's just tinker along, and the race just falls right perfectly for him.
Denny Hamlin also mentioned in his Actions Detrimental podcast on Dirty Mo Media that NASCAR, he doesn't think that the savings that they're getting on the engine bill by going down in horsepower is worth it for the on-track product they're seeing. He says that they need to add either more horsepower or more RPM to get the passing back to an acceptable level, but right now, he said this is not the drill, this is not the solution to the problem. And I have to agree with him, and I don't agree with Denny Hamlin very often. Me and him do not have a great relationship. I mean, he's blocked me on Twitter, for goodness sake. Last year's issue was passing. This year, on Sunday, it was much the same. We didn't get to see a whole lot of passing. We had short bursts here and there. I saw the Briscoe-Hamlin battle. That was great for all 30 seconds of it. Logano and Larson, they put on a decent show in the closing laps, but again, that didn't last very long. And so the issue remains, is the passing a problem, and what does NASCAR need to do to fix it? A little race recap, again, that's the whole point of the show. Ryan Preece sat on the pole, his very first ever NASCAR Cup Series pole, and he would also get his very first Cup Series stage win. He goes wire to wire in stage number 1 to win that stage. Ryan Preece had a heck of a car, and you can hear his comments here. He had a speeding penalty, and he thinks that's what cost him a shot at the win.
Has really been good to us, and even Martinsville in general. For them last year, it looked like it was really good as well. So, I'm happy for that. I'm disappointed because, a day like today, if you don't make that mistake, you keep yourself in the game, you can fight for it at the end. So we never gave ourselves a shot there. So, but I mean, like I've said, we got fast cars. Just got to get it all together.
Stage 2 belonged to Happy Harvick. It's an interesting note. That was his first stage win in over 3 years. That's absolutely crazy. Harvick, traditionally not a great runner at Martinsville. He's only had one win there, coming all the way back in 2011. But his car looked bad fast in practice and in Stage 2, getting the win in Stage 2. But then in Stage number 3, it was all about the strategy call. Kyle Larson decided to take 2 tires on the final stop of the race. Joey Logano elected to stay out. And that strategy call for Kyle Larson is what ultimately put him in the position to get the win. Kyle Larson and Joey Logano, they battled for a couple of laps there, but ultimately Kyle Larson with the 2 extra tires got past Logano with relative ease. And Kyle Larson, this is not a track that he is known for doing very well at. He even said in the radio he could not believe that they got the win. Martinsville had not been kind to him in his career. This was his very first win at the paperclip, and man, you saw it in the burnout. He did a full burnout around the stands, blew the tires out of the thing, but man, he was excited to get this win at the paperclip and take home his very first grandfather clock. Hendrick Motorsports is an absolute powerhouse at Martinsville Speedway. They have won so many times at the racetrack, and this was Hendrick Motorsports' 295th win in NASCAR. The race itself, again, relatively boring. I think we had 3 or 4 cautions the entire day. Not too much to break it up. Nothing got too heated. I mean, we had an exchange between Almirola and Suarez a little bit in the middle of the race. That was kind of entertaining to watch, but overall, just kind of a snooze fest in my opinion. And that's really unfortunate to say because I remember watching Martinsville races, the battle between Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's last win in 2015, all instant classics at Martinsville. In these last couple of years, this package has just really not done it for us. And then one last little thing happened this weekend. Chase Elliott is back. You probably didn't hear about it. They didn't really push it too heavy, but Chase Elliott's back after his 6-week hiatus after a snowboarding incident. Elliott in his first race back, he finishes 10th. Strong top 10 finish for him. After the race, he got out of the car and kind of looked a little bit fatigued, sitting on the ground next to his car. There was no word on whether or not anything happened or if he was in pain. But he was able to wheel that number 9 Napa Chevrolet to a top 10 in his first race back, so kudos to him. And at a track like Martinsville, with the amount of shifting and braking you have to do, he definitely got that leg a good workout for his first race back. Now let's take a look at your top 10 finishers from Sunday's race, the NOCO 400 at Martinsville Speedway. Kyle Larson gets the win, his second win of the season, the short track king so far. He got the win at Richmond, and now he's got the win at Martinsville. Joey Logano's decision to stay out on that last stop got him a strong second place finish after not being a factor most of the day. A couple of Joe Gibbs Toyotas finish 3rd and 4th with Martin Truex Jr. in 3rd and Denny Hamlin in 4th. And then Chase Briscoe, he led so many laps today, over 100 laps led, and he had that broken middle finger. Briscoe joked after the race saying that he should break fingers more often, that he's been running super strong at the Bristol Dirt Race and at Martinsville. Eric Almirola with a sneaky good 6th place finish at Martinsville. Ryan Blaney, after a dismal qualifying effort, he comes home 7th. Great for him. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., another top 10. The guy wins at Daytona, and he's put on one heck of a performance to start this season. He comes home 8th. Bubba Wallace gets a 9th place finish. He had a speeding penalty on pit road early in the race. He was able to overcome that for a strong top 10. And then, as discussed, Chase Elliott, after his snowboarding incident and being sidelined for 6 weeks, he brings it home in 10th place. Strong top 10 for Chase Elliott. Some things to note. Pole winner and Stage 1 winner, Ryan Preece, he brings it home 15th. Again, that speeding penalty really hurt him. Kevin Harvick finishes 20th. He was your Stage 2 winner. Kyle Busch had an interference penalty in pit road. That results in him getting a 21st place finish. And Ty Gibbs' streak of top 10s comes to an end. He brings it home in 18th. Now let's take a look at your top 10 point standings after Martinsville. Christopher Bell is still leading the points after this weekend's race. He has a 5-point advantage over second place Ross Chastain. Kevin Harvick getting the stage points. That was good for him. He's in 3rd place. Kyle Larson getting his 2nd win of the season. He didn't get the additional 60-point penalty that his teammates Alex Bowman and William Byron got. He's in 4th place. Martin Truex Jr., he's solidly in the top 5 in the points. He's been consistent all season long. The Busch Clash winner is still looking for his first win in over a year and a half. Tyler Reddick is in 6th place in the points. Joey Logano, 7th place. He had a great showing at Martinsville, finishing 2nd. Kyle Busch in the 8 car, he's in 8th place in the points. Denny Hamlin, he's in 9th place after Martinsville, and rounding out your top 10 is Ryan Blaney. Guys, if you haven't checked it out already, I uploaded a video last week. It's a new series called NASCAR Number History. I'm getting a lot of amazing feedback on it. You guys seem to love the content. If you haven't already, I'm going to link that video down below. Be sure to go check it out. We did numbers 1 through 5 last week. Numbers 6 through 10 will be out on Thursday of this week, so be on the lookout for that. And then, guys, one last thing that I want to announce to you guys. You guys have been phenomenal. You guys have shown so much support, and I want to give back to you guys a little bit. So we're going to do a bit of a giveaway. I posted on Twitter about the selection of die-casts that my local Walmart had, and that post blew up. You guys are super passionate about your die-casts, and hey, I'm here for it. I like it. So what we're going to do, we're going to be giving away 2 different die-casts. I'm going to show those to you right now. The first one is going to be a William Byron Valvoline scheme. Comes with the sticker. And then the second one here, guys, is going to be, let's get it in focus, a Subway Kevin Harvick Next Gen. So you guys have an opportunity to win both of these right here. All you guys have to do to be entered in to win is like the video, be subscribed to the channel, and comment down below what you thought about the Martinsville race or who you think is going to win this weekend at Talladega. A winner will be randomly selected and announced on Friday. I will post the results of that to my Twitter account. If you're not following me on Twitter, the results will also be posted in next Monday's race recap on the Tunnel Turn here at Dogleg Media. So guys, if you want to win those diecasts, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what you thought about Martinsville or who you think is going to win at Talladega next week. But guys, that's going to do it for us here at the Tunnel Turn Race Recap Show. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and comment if you want a chance to win those diecasts. Be sure to go to the Daily Downforce and subscribe to their email list and follow them on their social medias. And if you haven't already, go give the NASCAR number history video a watch. Let me know your comments on that as well. But that'll do it for us here for the Tunnel Turn Race Recap Show. We will be back on Thursday with numbers 6 through 10 on NASCAR number history. And then I will see you guys back here at the Tunnel Turn Race Recap Show after Talladega next Monday. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support me. I'm Matt, your host. You're exiting the Tunnel Turn, presented by Dogleg Media.